Hello everyone, and welcome to Dreaming of a Sodor Christmas, Building the Perfect Layout. This is going to be a mini-series that I'm making on my channel to show you how I built my new Christmas train layout, and hopefully help and inspire you if you ever decide to make a temporary or permanent Christmas layout in future. So I hope you'll enjoy this series. The progress will be slow because I have completed a good bit of it now, there probably won't be an episode for about another month or so, but I do plan on adding to it. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into this episode. So the first thing I did was I used a plastic shelf and I separated it into 4 different sections. Then I layered cardboard on top so it would stay together. And the reason I did this is so it's semi-modular, so I can take it down very easily, but also I can add more to it in future if I wish to. The next thing that I did was I put the tree down, and that was to make sure that A, I had enough space, and B, to make sure that once I put the snow blanket down, that it would go over the base of the tree and not have the tree sitting on top of the snow. I wanted to make it look very seamless and flow very nicely. The next thing that I did was I added gift wrap. So there's multiple things that you can do. You could put a tablecloth, you could put something like a bed sheet or something, but I put gift wrap so that it would match the theme of the holidays and also give kind of a fresh feel to it, if you will. I did run out of the same wrapping paper in between, so it just makes it look like 2 different gifts underneath the tree. It is important though to do the gift wrap before you do the snow. And speaking of snow, that's what I did next. So I used a cotton roll, and simply that's because all that I had. I had gone to Goodwill and found these for $3.99 each, and I bought 4 rolls. The problem with this stuff though, I do not recommend using it. It does make a very fluffy textured look, but the problem with that being is that it tears very easily. It is not connected at all. So I would recommend using just your typical snow blanket, but because I was building this in July, I couldn't find any of those locally, and I didn't really want to order something from eBay when I had this sitting in my closet. I also added some icicle snow prints that I got at Hobby Lobby, and thankfully they were stocking snow items. I also added lights around the edge of the table to complete the look. Next, it was time to add the track and trains, and this is what the finished product looked like. So as you can see, I have a total of 3 trains running. I do plan on increasing that though. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. So the basic thing, the whole theme of this layout is to be classic Christmas. What do I remember as a child growing up? Underneath the tree there was always a train. My dad made sure of it. So that was one thing that I wanted to emphasize, was trains, obviously, but also just the feeling of warmth and Christmas, which is why you have, the little houses and the Walmart store, of course, and I'll talk more about that as we get into the in-depth layout. But first, let's take a look at the first loop of track. The first loop, which Thomas is showing off here, starts out with Maithwaite Station, of course, the Christmas version. There's a little train around the tree. And there's this corner here, and I love this corner. It's a little church and a beautiful little pond and bridge. Of course, that's Signal. And then I decided to use the Vickerstown Bridge from the new Talking Thomas and Percy set. And I'm also deciding to use Bullshort on this layout as well, just because he fits the theme nicely near Vickerstown Bridge. He's also carrying a car, which may or may not be a gift for Sir Topham. From there, you'll notice that little building on top of the hill, just behind Maithwaite, and that is actually the Belvedere Hotel. And that was my dad's favorite building in scale, and I wanted to make sure that I included it in this layout. And it's really cool because it looks like forced perspective, like it's really far away. So moving away from that loop, you'll notice there's a switch there, and that switch actually leads to this little junction. Of course, there's some signals there, and those are real vintage signals, and there's no telling how many Christmas layouts they've seen in the past, and it's cool to have them on my new layout as well. You'll notice this little yard area here, and this was meant to do 2 things. 1, hold snowy rolling stock that I have, and 2, house snowy engines that aren't running so I can show them all off here. I know this turntable is really too small to fit a tender engine, but it looks nice and it looks cute. I also have Connor here waiting to pull a nice express train, of course covered in snow. There's the mail car and Sodor Animal Park car from the most recent Sodor Safari Wave. Moving on, you'll see the billboard there from the Thomas and Percy Deluxe set, talking set, and then this little freight yard area, of course, with that signal gantry. I really like that. Just a nice look of the whole yard there. There's also little references to Walmart throughout, including this Asda truck from England that I ordered. There's also a George by Asda truck, and of course a Walmart truck as well, all right near a Walmart store. that I actually custom painted as well. There's also this little house here, which is really nice, and in between this loop you'll see a little house and this awesome Christmas tree in the town square, if you will. And what's really cool about this is Santa actually emerges from those doors and make it look like he's moving back and forth. Add some fun movement to the layout. Here's another view of Thomas going back there. Alright, and then this is the layout overall. So you can see it's not real big, but it is really cute and really adorable, and it gives you the sense of Christmas. Also, because it's elevated, I can sit on the floor and see this at eye level, and that's what I remember as a kid, laying on the floor, watching trains run, and just enjoying Christmas in general. And I think that's why I love this layout so much. Yes, it's early, but I don't care. It's been a rough year, and I think we all need some Christmas spirit. So I'm hoping that this will hopefully brighten some people's day, and, maybe it'll inspire some of you guys to build a Christmas layout too. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. What is your favorite part of this layout? And I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now, and Merry Christmas.